What's up guys, Max King here talking to you about how to rehabilitate your back. Yes, and today I'm not just a trainer, I'm a patient like you are. I hurt myself doing deadlift, doing this 160 kilo deadlift. I know it's not very much for you that you're watching. I know you probably do 200, 300 kilos, so you're used to this weight, but for me that I'm an ectomorph and I was a skeleton in high school, and everything I build is from hardcore muscle and work. 160 kilo is a lot, especially because I was doing a lot of gymnastics before. I was mobilizing my spine, I was doing a lot of stuff on the ring and barbell, muscle up and stuff like that, and forget about for a while the conjugate method that I used to do. So I decided, let's go back to that heavy weight. Let's do it. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm caffeinated. Rob Bailey is screaming in the speaker. My fella was doing a lot of weight. I was like, yeah, well, you know this pumping feeling that you have with your mate, you bumping fists all the time. Yeah, boom! I fucking twitch my back. And I learned a lesson. I learned that I'm not 20 anymore, and I need to warm up and treat my body like a temple, and not to fucking forget that I'm getting older. And most of you probably is happening the same thing. You know, you got to leave the ego at the door, or you're gonna fuck it up like I did. Well, I'm gonna show you 3 exercises for Stuart McGill called the Big 3, where the abs exercise are really good to stabilize your back and to make it feel much better. Hopefully they're gonna be good for you like they're gonna be good for me. Plus, I'm gonna use an exercise from Kelly Starret, the guru of mobility. He's a great trainer. I suggest you to look at his channel. And 2 exercises for your butt. It's always good to make your butt stronger, especially when you have back pain. Okay? And stretch your hamstring. Because when you're in back pain, you use much more your hamstring than your butt. Alright? But before we start, I want to tell you some basic points that probably you don't know and are related to back pain. Same always according, of course, according to Stuart McGill. First thing, we are the repeated flexion of your spine. There are so many flexion you can do with your spine before something like that happens, something like this trauma happens. So what's happening is a cumulative use of the flexion in your lumbar spine that cut layer after layer. It's like cutting layer after layer until you create a trauma. So that's what's happening. It's not just something that boom, happen like that. No, it's something that is a repeated abuse of your spine that give you the problem. Okay? Of course, you can make it faster with something like I did, like going back too fast without progression to a conjugate method where I put so much weight in one session that I should have done it because I wasn't ready to do that way. But if you did something that is, for example, he's talking about the mobility of your back. The more mobile you are, the greater are the chance to hurt yourself. You listen right. The more mobile your spine is, the more the chance of it hurting yourself on your back. Because it's something that you find out that the spine is supposed to control and stop the movement, but the more you're mobile, the more you can hurt yourself. That's why probably I hurt myself, because I was doing too much gymnastic, and I do too many bridges and muscle up and rings, but I hurt myself for this reason. Okay, and the third thing I want to tell to you. Don't suck your stomach in when you do exercise. Don't harrowing, I think it's called. Don't do that move. It's bullshit. It doesn't help. It doesn't stabilize. Forget about it. Okay? Let's go to see the exercises. Okay, guys. Now we are to the first exercise of the Big 3 from Stuart McGill. This is the curl up. You want to have one leg bend, and you want to come up like you're doing a crunch, but it's not really a crunch. Your head is neutral, and you want to come up with your shoulder. You put the hands on the back of your pelvis, on top of the iliac crest, just on top of the iliac crest, and you keep on doing this exercise. You can do 3 rounds for 12 reps. Try to neuromuscular activate your abs when you come up, so there's a fast neuro activation. It's gonna make your trunk more stable. Okay, now we are to the bird dog, second exercise of McGill, of the big three. Really important, activate your stomach, your abs, and contract your glute on top. Try to stretch your back and your legs and your arm completely. If you want to make it harder, you can make a fist and do little rectangle with the opposite leg and opposite arm. Great exercise to stabilize your trunk. Don't forget, this is a really good if you want to rehabilitate your back. Okay guys, here we go. We are to the third one, the side plank or side bridge. I'm doing on my knees because I can't really extend completely my back, so I prefer to do it on my knees. I'm going to do 3 sets of 12 reps each side. It's really good to make this part of the abs stronger. Work on it, and you can go down. And but the important thing is you activate your trunk when you come up, like with this narrow muscle activity. You want to really contract your abs when you come up, but voluntarily before you come up, before you go into position, before you go into the right position. Okay? Now we're doing the exercise from Kelly Starret. What you're gonna do is I press with one arm down and press and pull with the other in the opposite direction. As you can see, you try to create opposite force in your spine so that something has to crack will crack easy. And then what you do, you squeeze your knee together so that you probably crack you adjust your pubic bone. Most of the time the pubic bone is moved, so you feel pain, and it's related to the back pain. See, when you do that, you pressing one side, pulling the other. It feels pretty tough, but it's a great exercise. And you can see I'm suffering this, but if something had to move with this exercise, will be adjusted. Alright guys, now we're doing the glute bridge. Great exercise to increase the size of your butt and to make your back safer. The stronger your butt, the less chance to hurt your back, especially if you learn how to activate. This is a great exercise to activate your butt. Stay on your heel and do 3 sets of 12 reps. Okay, now we're working on abduction. Great exercise to make the gluteus medium stronger. It's gonna help to stabilize your pelvis and to avoid back pain in the future. Great exercise. Work on 12 reps too. Try to do some resistance with your arms, and you will feel much better after it. Alright guys, those were the exercise. Hopefully you're gonna feel better like I do right now. I feel much better. It's well, I would not say much better. I feel better. I feel like more stable. It's a subtle feeling. You can tell that something has changed after those exercises, but you feel a little bit more comfortable with your back. And if you have this kind of pain, you know what I mean. Especially when you stand up from the chair, that pain is terrible. Okay. Hopefully I can go back to do my exercise as soon as possible, and you too. And if you like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and I see you every week with new videos. Some are in Spanish, some in English, and maybe it's just a chance to learn a new language before we put this wall in front of Mexico, you know? But anyway, follow me.